Today is September 6th. I've had my pipes for about 3 weeks now. Made the last video 2 weeks ago. In the past 2 weeks, I've still only been practicing about 15 minutes a day because that's about all the stamina my bag squeezing arm has. I still just get tired so quickly. I've still been focusing my practice time on developing bag and bellows control. I really want to get that fundamental component of playing down before I start trying to move on to anything else. I have moved on a little bit from just playing single tones for long periods of time. I'm slowly moving up and down the scale within the lower octave, mainly switching notes between bellows pumps though. Even sticking to the first octave, I have two problem notes, and the first one is the bottom D. When I get down to it, I get this kind of warbling sound. It doesn't want to go into the main note. It kind of wants to flip-flop really quickly between the low D and the D above that. I don't know if it's a reed thing or if it's just a bag control thing, because I can usually get it to stabilize after a while, but as soon as I have to do a bellows pump and I have to have a lot more finesse with my bag squeezing to keep it steady, and I usually just can't pull that off. The other problem note is the back D, which is the D above bottom D, and it's just horribly out of tune by default, and that might be a peculiarity of the reed I have in there right now. But I've found a solution. I think I found it on forums first, and that is a piece of tape. I just have a piece of packing tape here. Scotch tape is what they said to use online, but this was what was handy, and I use my thumb to figure out about where it should be, about how much of the hole needed to be covered to be in tune, and just put the tape over that. Like so. You probably can't see that, but I'm covering half the hole with this clear tape, and now it plays pretty well in tune. I've also spent a little bit of time trying to work on even quarter notes, like I showed in I think my first entry, that I was not doing well at that, and I've improved a little. Still a little bit uneven, but a lot of progress. I also think I've solved my issue of where I should be holding the bag, and the answer is further back, closer to here rather than up here. This is a little more physically comfortable, feels more natural, but when I hold it further back, I'm able to maintain the pitch more steadily as I get near the end of my air and when I'm about to need to put another pump into the bellows, because usually I start going flat there if I don't have a really good grip. I've also been treating myself at the end of my practice sessions to attempt the first phrase of a tune, the Leitrim Fancy, which should sound like this. And today I actually did really well compared to how I normally do on the pipes. Normally it's just an absolute mess. I get about 3 notes in, and then I have to start working the bellows, and my fingers stop working. But today it went pretty well. I also found out that the date of the next Austin Pipers Club meeting is a day I do not have a conflict, so I'm going to be able to attend that here in about 3 weeks.